Like me, you want to tighten your tummy or lose some of those extra love handles you're noticing around your stomach? Well, if you've tried dieting and exercise to no avail, our next guest, Dr. Robert Langdon, says there's a new way to painlessly reduce inches in stubborn body fat and quickly, all due to this awesome new thing called Zerona. Isn't that right, Dr. Langdon?
Correct, Desiree.
Welcome to the show, first of all.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, great to have you on the show. We're talking about Zerona. Last time you were here, you talked a little bit about that particular method. Kind of tell us what it's all about and what it does.
Zerona is very special. There's nothing else really like it. It's called low-level laser, or sometimes called cold laser.
Okay.
And it has an effect on the fat cells directly. You don't feel it. It's low energy, so there's no sensation whatsoever. It's actually a visible light, and it's used as a, it has a scanning mechanism to cover pretty large areas of the body, but it has a direct effect on the fat cells.
And when you say direct effect, it's not, you're not going in making any incisions. This is completely painless.
Right.
Wow, and we're talking about, you're saying you come in, and a lot of times, what are the more common areas you're targeting? I know you mentioned the arms, the torso, and the thighs.
Yeah, there's actually 5 separate lasers that are all on this, each has a scanning mechanism, and they cover large areas. Yeah, so most people will have, it'll actually illuminate, if you will, the arms, the torso, and the thighs, and they have both sides done. So people will have 20 minutes of the laser on the front side, they turn over and get 20 minutes on the back side.
When someone comes in and get this procedure, Dr. Langdon, how soon after do you start to kind of see the results?
People have a treatment for 2 weeks. They start with taking a dietary supplement for 1 week. They continue that during the 2 weeks of the treatment. Mm-hmm. They come in for 6 separate treatments, so each one of those is a 40-minute treatment. And then they continue with the supplement for another week after that.
What's so great about you is when you come in, the proof is in the pudding, as I say. You bring pictures to kind of walk us through and show us before and after, and I know we have some of those today. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and put the first one up, and we have a before and after. Tell us what we're looking at here.
All right, so this patient is shown on the left before the treatment, and then the picture on the right is about a week after she completed that 2-week course of Zerona.
Okay.
It does help to, when they're during the entire period, that people use the kind of diet and exercise strategies that you would associate with weight loss. So healthy eating, exercise. Also, it helps that they be well hydrated.
Okay.
So they're supposed to drink water, a significant amount of water during the treatment course. Also, walk every day for 40 minutes.
Okay, let's look at the other picture, because these are, the changes are huge, I think, in terms of looking a little bit more toned, Dr. Langdon.
Yeah, it does have a more global effect. Even areas of the body that are not directly touched by the laser energy, such as the neck, can improve. So we take multiple measurements around the body, 9 different spots, and we're looking at the circumference around the thigh, for example, or around the waist, and then we add up all of those inches. And this patient here actually had a 14-inch diminishment in those circumferential measurements.
Wow. Now, will the fat actually come back immediately afterwards if you're not adhering to kind of like a healthy diet and really exercising?
Well, we find that it works better on people who are compliant, really adhering to the diet and exercise guidelines, and it's really like weight loss. So when you lose weight, you still have the same number of fat cells. What happens is that the fat cells get smaller, so the contents of the cells are diminished, and that's exactly what happens with Zerona. And it can come back. You know, if someone reverts to less healthy diet and exercise, just like, you know, if you lose weight, it can come back. With Zerona, it can also come back.
Who's an ideal candidate for something like this, then? Is it someone who's already basically just looking at a couple of areas that they need help in? Because it's certainly not a quick fix to anything, I would assume.
Yeah, I think the ideal candidate would be someone that has a more generalized problem, not someone who is too overweight, because in someone like that, you may not really appreciate the differences. So it's really similar to the people on whom we do liposuction. You know, one difference with liposuction, it's very targeted. We get a lot of patients who are interested in Zerona, and then when they come in, they find out that liposuction is not such a big deal, because we do that with local anesthesia. We have new technologies for liposuction, such as the slim lipo laser. It's another laser, but it's actually used for liposuction. And the latest is the body jet. And you know, people, a lot of times they'll realize, well, that sounds like a good thing as well. Liposuction is targeted, it's guaranteed fat removal, Zerona does not work on everyone, and you can't predict who it will work on. So we tell people that you may have great results, but sometimes it's not that impressive, and unfortunately you can't know unless you actually do the treatment.
Yeah, but what's great about the Langdon Center is people can come in, ask the appropriate questions, and kind of see what's going to fit their body.
Right, and we have a very comprehensive center, probably the widest array of equipment in certainly in Connecticut, if not New England. So that includes Zerona for the non-invasive approach, slim lipo laser, which has definite advantages in certain areas, for example, where you want to get skin contraction with liposuction, and then the latest is the body jet.
Well, we love it when you're here, Dr. Langdon. Thank you so very much. And folks, if you're interested in learning more about Zerona by the Langdon Center, the information is on your screen, or come to our website, click on Connecticut Style, and we'll get all the information there for you. Dr. Langdon, thank you so very much for dropping by again today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.